Welcome to an epic journey of war, survival, and humanity's unstoppable will. If you love cinematic sci-fi storytelling, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Your support fuels the next battle. Now let's dive into the war that will change everything. It began at 2:46 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The sky split open like the birth of something terrible, something ancient. A new age had begun, one written in blood and fire. The chapter opens with Commander Elias Rourke, stationed at Terran Defense Outpost Valkyrie, a secret orbital installation tracking deep space anomalies. The early warning system triggers. An unidentified mass, larger than any known fleet, is moving toward Earth. Suddenly, the orbital warning beacons go dark. The stars are swallowed in the void as ships, massive as cityscapes, descend into the upper atmosphere. The Xa'Vok Dominion does not send diplomats. They do not speak. Their arrival is an act of war. A single transmission is broadcast across every human frequency. Xa'Vok Overlord, you are unworthy of the stars. Bow, and we may let you live. The fall of Earth. Within minutes, Earth's planetary defense grid activates. Interceptor missiles streak into the sky. Orbital defense cannons open fire. Fighter squadrons scramble to engage the enemy. Rourke, aboard the UESS Revenant, watches as entire cities vanish in white-hot annihilation. The Dominion's weapons bypass shields, warping reality itself, erasing structures as if they never existed. The first target is New Avalon, Earth's largest city. Millions vanish before Rourke's eyes. The fleet is ordered to retreat to secondary positions, but the Xa'Vok's gravity weapons disable half the ships before they can react. Rourke's wife and daughter are in New Avalon. He tries to contact them. No response. His breath tightens. He refuses to believe they are gone. Not yet. Not until he sees a body. A desperate evacuation order is given, but it's too late. The Xa'Vok ground forces deploy, massive insectoid-like warforms that glide over the burning ruins, collecting survivors in containment pods. They weren't killing us, not all of us. They were taking us. Earth's last orbital defense command station, Valkyrie Station, issues a final stand order. The UESS Revenant is given a choice: flee and regroup, or fight and die. Rourke refuses to run. He leads one last attack, piloting a stealth drop gunship down into the chaos of New Avalon, determined to rescue survivors. His team is small, 6 of the best soldiers humanity has left. Rourke, commanding. We drop in 30 seconds, lock and load. If this is the end, we go out swinging. As they descend, the sky is full of fire. They weave through falling debris, avoiding enemy strike craft. Their ship is hit. They crash just outside the containment zone. Their mission: rescue who they can, kill what they must, die on their feet. As Rourke's team moves through the burning streets, they encounter the Xa'Vok up close for the first time. They stand 10 feet tall, obsidian-skinned, eyes glowing like molten stars. Their voices echo as if layered through different dimensions. They do not use weapons. Their bodies are weapons. Xa'Vok Warlord, you were given a choice. You chose extinction. Rourke raises his weapon. The Xa'Vok charges. Day 3. The gods have taken Earth. The gods have made a mistake. The smoldering ruins of New Avalon stretch before them. A graveyard of towering steel skeletons and the stench of burned flesh. Smoke chokes the sky, turning the sun into a dim, blood-red orb. Once this city housed 20 million people. Now it is nothing but a battlefield and a tomb. Commander Elias Rourke and his Helios Strike Corps survivors move like ghosts through the wreckage. They are battered, low on ammunition, and hunted. The Xa'Vok patrols glide overhead, their insectoid warforms scanning for any sign of movement. Humans who are found are either killed instantly or taken in containment pods, their fates unknown. Rourke, if we stop moving, we die. If we fight without a plan, we die. So we fight smart. His team nods. There is no time for fear. Survivors and the cost of war. As they navigate the ruins, they encounter the first survivors, civilians who have gone days without food or water, hiding in basements and collapsed metro tunnels. A mother cradles a silent baby, too weak to cry. A teenage boy clutches a rusted pipe, ready to fight for scraps. Lieutenant Marla Voss, Rourke's second-in-command, kneels beside them. Voss, we're getting you out of here, but you need to move. Can you move? The mother nods weakly. The boy grips her arm, helping her stand. They aren't soldiers, but they are still fighting. Rourke sees himself in the boy's eyes, anger, loss, and something the Xa'Vok don't understand. The Xa'Vok called us insects, but insects don't rise from the ashes. Insects don't plot vengeance. Humanity strikes back. Rourke's team intercepts a garbled military transmission from a nearby underground resistance cell, one of the last functional human strongholds. The message is simple. Secure the enemy comm relay at Grid Echo 7. We need to talk. It's a suicide mission. The comm relay is guarded by an entire Xa'Vok platoon, but if they take it, they can. Restore communications between scattered human forces. Call for reinforcements still hiding in orbit. Learn what the Xa'Vok are planning next. Rourke doesn't hesitate. We move. We strike. We remind these bastards that humanity isn't done yet. The first human victory, the battle at Echo 7. The Xa'Vok comm relay sits in the ruins of a collapsed corporate skyscraper, a spire of alien metal pulsing with unnatural energy. Rourke's team moves into position, splitting into 3 attack squads. Team Alpha. Rourke leads a flanking assault using the ruins as cover. Team Bravo. Voss and her snipers provide overwatch. Team Charlie. The demolitions team sneaks in to rig explosives. A sniper shot cracks through the air. The first Xa'Vok falls. The Xa'Vok do not retreat. They charge. Gravity distortions warp reality as their weapons bend space itself. Their bodies move like liquid metal, dodging bullets in unnatural ways. They do not speak. They do not hesitate. They are predators. Casualties mount, but humans are adaptive. EMP grenades disrupt Xa'Vok movement, making them vulnerable to headshots. Explosives collapse structures, forcing Xa'Vok into tight quarters, where humans excel at close combat. Stealth tech hijacked from fallen aliens allows temporary invisibility, turning the hunt against the hunters. Rourke, you mad bastard, we're winning. Winning. The first human victory. The enemy reacts. The gods bleed. The Xa'Vok warlord Varkesh watched the battle unfold, not with anger, not with fear, but with something far worse. Curiosity. The Xa'Vok believed humanity was beneath them, primitive, weak, incapable of resistance. But now, for the first time in thousands of cycles, the Xa'Vok Dominion faces an enemy that adapts, overcomes, and does not kneel. Varkesh. Fascinating. The insect, learn. With a flick of his clawed hand, he activates a new war protocol. Cliffhanger. The hunt begins. Rourke and his team secure the comm relay and finally establish contact with the resistance. There are survivors. There is a plan. There is hope. But then, the sky darkens. From the Xa'Vok mothership, new war forms descend. Sleek, black creatures twice as fast, twice as deadly. The Xa'Vok had been playing with their food, but now, the hunt was real. The humans are no longer insects. The humans are now prey. Day 7. The gods bled. Now, humanity learns how to kill them. The ruins of New Avalon are no longer silent. Scattered human resistance cells have established contact with each other for the first time since the invasion began. The comm relay attack was a success. Humanity has a voice again. Scattered human resistance cells have established contact with each other for the first time since the invasion began. The comm relay attack was a success. Humanity has a voice again. Rourke, we have a shot. A real shot. But we need to move before they adapt. Commander Elias Rourke sits in the flickering glow of a hijacked Xa'Vok data terminal, scanning through alien schematics. His team, the Black Blades, surrounds him, exhausted but more determined than ever. The resistance is growing. Humans are learning how to fight back. The Xa'Vok's arrogance is now their weakness. They thought we'd break. They thought wrong. But now comes the hard part, the first real counteroffensive. The captured Xa'Vok data reveals something crucial. The aliens are not invincible. Their power relies on centralized relay hubs that control battlefield logistics. These relay stations allow Xa'Vok forces to communicate instantly, guiding their hunting packs with precision strikes. Destroy the main relay, and Xa'Vok forces will be cut off, forced to fight blind. Rourke, calculating sharp. We're turning the battlefield against them, hit them where it hurts. Mission: destroy the Xa'Vok command relay at Outpost Theta 9, infiltrate, and disable the Xa'Vok's primary battlefield relay station at Theta 9. The station is heavily fortified with gravity turrets and hunter drones. The Xa'Vok warlord Varkesh personally oversees the outpost. Failure means complete annihilation. Distraction strike. A resistance cell launches an open assault to draw enemy attention. Stealth team insertion. Rourke's unit sneaks inside the base, using hacked Xa'Vok cloaking tech. Sabotage and detonation. Plant high-yield explosives in the core power generator. Exfiltration. Escape before the entire complex implodes. Rourke, commanding. We go in quiet, we leave loud. The roar of distant battle, the hum of alien machinery, the low, distorted whispers of Xa'Vok communications. The Black Blades move through the ruins, slipping past patrols using stolen cloaking devices. The Xa'Vok defenses pulse with eerie, shifting light. Strange glyphs glow across the walls, living metal shifting like breathing flesh. They can hear the aliens speak, but not with words. Xa'Vok warlord Varkesh, let them come, let them believe they have a chance. Voss catches Rourke's gaze. Voss, grim, whispering, they're waiting for us. But it's too late to turn back. The attack, humanity's counterstrike, boom. Explosions ripple across the battlefield as the distraction team engages, drawing Xa'Vok enforcers away from the base entrance. Resistance fighter, through radio static. We got their attention! Hit 'em hard! Rourke's team breaches the facility, moving fast. They weave through corridors, silent knives in the dark. Patrolling Xa'Vok are taken down swiftly, blades to the throat, suppressed shots through chitinous skulls. The core generator chamber looms ahead, a pulsing monolith of alien power. Rourke, gritted, focused, plant the charges. We're on the clock. Then, it all goes wrong. The moment the last explosive is armed, the lights shift. A gravitational wave slams into the team, sending them sprawling. Cloaking devices fail. A shadow moves in the darkness. Varkesh himself. Varkesh. Did you think we would not evolve as well? The Xa'Vok's newest warriors step from the shadows, the apex hunters. Faster, deadlier, designed specifically to kill humans. They move like liquid, bending around bullets, striking with inhuman speed. They do not fight with weapons. They are weapons. The first human soldier dies instantly. A Xa'Vok hunter phases through his armor, tearing his heart from his chest before he can scream. Another grabs a fighter by the head, crushing the skull like glass. The Black Blades are outmatched. They're too fast. Rourke, we need a way out, now! Rourke grits his teeth. Rourke, commanding, furious. Detonate the charges manually, burn this place to the ground. The cost is high. The Black Blades fight for every step, using every trick they have. Hand-to-hand combat against gods. Knife fights in the dark. And humanity did what it does best. It survived. Boom! The explosives detonate. The Xa'Vok relay collapses in a wave of destruction. Mission accomplished. Let's go home. The team barely makes it out alive. Casualties are heavy, but the mission is a success. The Xa'Vok forces are cut off, disorganized for the first time. Humanity had done the impossible. They had turned the gods blind. And then, a new transmission comes through. Commander Rourke, we have been watching. We need to talk. For 7 days, humanity had been hunted. For one moment, we stood tall. And then, the gods reminded us why they call themselves divine. The Xa'Vok relay station at Outpost Theta 9 lies in ruins, burning like a dying star on the horizon. The Black Blades' first victory echoes across the surviving resistance channels. Humanity struck back. The gods bled. For the first time, the Xa'Vok faltered. All resistance forces, listen up. The enemy is blind. This is our chance to regroup, rearm, and hit them again. We're not done yet. But victory comes at a price. Half of Rourke's team is dead, resources are running low, and the Xa'Vok are about to retaliate. They did not send soldiers. They did not send fleets. They sent fire. The Xa'Vok warlord Varkesh watches from orbit, standing aboard his personal dreadnought, the Ascendant Wrath. His expression is unreadable, but his actions are not. Burn the city. Let them understand the cost of defiance. A single command, a single weapon. From the heavens, the first eradication beam strikes. The ground doesn't explode. It vanishes. Reality bends. Buildings dissolve into light. Entire sectors of New Avalon simply cease to exist. They're wiping out entire districts. We have to... Signal lost. Horizon Point is gone. 2 million people. A city wiped from history in a heartbeat. And among the missing, Lieutenant Marla Voss. The remaining Black Blades retreat underground, hiding in abandoned tunnels beneath New Avalon's ruins. The resistance is in shock. The Xa'Vok didn't just strike back. They made an example. Rourke stands apart from his team, silent, staring at the last transmission from Voss. A static-filled scream cut short. She was right there, and I couldn't... A hand on his shoulder. It's Sergeant Miguel Kane, one of his oldest friends. You can break later. Right now we need you, Commander. Rourke exhales, steel settling in his bones. The mission isn't over. We end this. No more running, no more waiting. We take the fight to them. Flickering holograms, distorted data streams, and encrypted transmission decoding. Commander Rourke, we have been watching. The Resistance intercepts a mysterious transmission, a human voice, but not from Earth. The message is ancient, buried in Earth's systems long before the invasion began. The sender claims to be from Mars, but Mars has been uninhabited for centuries. It speaks of a hidden weapon, a secret humanity was never meant to remember. The Xa'Vok fear what lies beneath the red sands. If you want to survive, you must go to Mars. Rourke looks at his team. This could be a trap, but what other choice do they have? We find a ship, we go to Mars, and we end this. Mars, the red planet, humanity's first great leap beyond Earth. And now, our last hope for survival. Distant war alarms, the low hum of alien machinery, crackling static from a failing comms system. Commander Elias Rourke stands in the shadows of a ruined skyport, watching the Xa'Vok patrols move with cold precision. They own the sky now. Earth's fleets are shattered, its defenses crippled. And yet, he has to steal a ship. The intercepted transmission spoke of something hidden beneath Mars, something the Xa'Vok fear. If they can get to it, maybe, just maybe, this war isn't over yet. This is insane, Rourke. How the hell are we hijacking a warship? Simple. We get inside, we kill the crew, and we take off before anyone realizes we're gone. The mission is simple. The execution? Suicidal. The Black Blades move like shadows, slipping past Xa'Vok sentries using hacked cloaking tech. Their target? A Xa'Vok Hunter-class warship, sleek, black, pulsing with eerie energy. Docked at a fallen human spaceport under tight alien security, one way in, one way out. Rourke, these things aren't built for human pilots. Good thing I don't believe in impossible. The assault begins. Kane takes out the sentries with silenced sniper shots. Voss and the demolitions team set up EMP disruptors. Rourke leads the charge, blades and bullets against alien warriors. The Xa'Vok crew fights back, their movements fluid and unnatural. But humanity has learned. Knives find weak points. Plasma rifles overload Xa'Vok shielding. One by one, the crew falls. Boom. A warning klaxon blares. The ship is under attack. Whatever we're doing, do it fast, boss. Rourke slams into the pilot's chair. The controls are alien, glyphs shifting like liquid light. The ship resists. Xa'Vok tech is semi-organic, rejecting human touch. The AI screams in an unknown language, trying to lock them out. You will let me fly this thing, or I'm crashing us all straight into hell. He forces his hands onto the controls. The ship struggles, then submits. For the first time in history, a human piloted a ship of the gods. The engines ignite, the warship lifts, Earth falls away beneath them, and they set course for Mars. Mars was supposed to be lifeless, it wasn't. The Xa'Vok transmission wasn't a lie. There's something here, a structure, buried beneath the red sands, a signal, old as time, pulsing in the void, and an atmosphere. Mars should be a dead rock, but readings show breathable air. This isn't just a ruin. Someone built this for us. The truth is waiting beneath the surface. Inside the lost vault, humanity's forgotten strength. The team descends into the ruin, weapons ready. The architecture is not alien, it is human. Walls of black stone, etched with symbols older than Earth itself. A corridor lined with suits of armor, warriors frozen in time. A central chamber, with something waiting inside. At the heart of the structure, they find a massive machine. A throne-like construct with wires and conduits stretching into infinity. This is human tech, but this is centuries ahead of anything we've ever built. Then, the voice speaks. Designated user recognized. Elias Rourke, you are late. The team snaps to weapons, but the voice continues. Welcome home. The Xa'Vok did not find us. They did not conquer us. They came to finish what they started, millennia ago. The AI reveals a lost chapter of history, one erased from Earth's memory. Humanity was once a star-faring empire. They ruled beyond the stars, and the Xa'Vok were once their servants. But something happened. The First War began, the gods rebelled, and humanity was nearly wiped from existence. The survivors fled. They sealed away their last weapon, this facility, the vault beneath Mars. And then, history was buried. This war is not new, Commander Rourke. It is simply unfinished. And the weapon? A battlesuit unlike anything Earth has ever seen. A war engine built for one purpose, to destroy the gods. Humanity's last hope was waiting for someone to remember. Rourke steps forward. The machine pulses, the throne hums, and the suit's systems awaken for the first time in millennia. Time to remind the gods who we really are. The war began with silence. It will end with fire. The rumble of engines, the echo of distant explosions, the static hum of a war machine waking up after millennia of slumber. Commander Elias Rourke stands in the heart of the lost vault beneath Mars, his hands gripping the control interface of the war-born suit, a weapon forged in the first war against the gods. The AI's voice echoes in the chamber. Integration complete. Synchronization successful. Commander Rourke, you are now the last of the war-born. Humanity's forgotten power is his. The Xa'Vok thought they had conquered a weak species. The Xa'Vok thought wrong. Take us back to Earth. Time to end this. Thrusters igniting, the whine of energy charging, distant radio chatter from human resistance fighters. The Black Blades pilot the stolen Xa'Vok warship, descending through the wreckage of Earth's shattered atmosphere. Below, the last remnants of humanity fight a losing battle. Xa'Vok hunter squads march through burning cities. Eradication beams slice through resistant strongholds. The gods believe they have won, until the sky ignites. What the hell is that? Rourke drops from orbit like a meteor, the warborn suit wrapping around him, energy surging through ancient veins of power. A deafening sonic boom, the crackle of ancient thrusters firing, the metallic hum of a battlesuit coming online. A god had come to face the gods. The final battle begins. The last human king finally reveals himself. The Xa'Vok overlord descends, his form shifting like liquid obsidian, glowing with crimson energy. His body is a weapon, his presence a gravitational storm. They charge. The impact shatters the battlefield. The fight is like nothing seen before. Rourke moves with impossible speed, the warborn suit amplifying his every motion. Varkesh bends space itself, warping the battlefield around him. Each strike sends shockwaves through the ruined city. Not so invincible now, are you? But Varkesh is not afraid. Do you understand now, human? This war is not what you think. A revelation is coming. History was a lie. The war was never about conquest, it was about fear. As Rourke and Varkesh battle, the Overlord reveals the truth. The Xa'Vok were never conquerors. They were survivors, and they feared humanity's return. We did not come to enslave you. We came to stop you. Thousands of years ago, the first human empire was not a beacon of progress. It was a force of absolute dominion. They ruled with an iron fist, bending entire species to their will. Humanity was the first true galactic superpower. You were not gods. You were destroyers. The Xa'Vok rebelled. They fought back. And in the end, they erased human history, hoping to give them a second chance. And now, history was repeating itself. That's not who we are. The final choice is his. He could end it. He could finish what began eons ago, or he could prove them wrong. Rourke stands over the broken body of Varkesh, the warborn suit's energy blade glowing against the Overlord's throat. The low hum of power building, the whispers of the suit's AI awaiting the final command. One word, one order, and the Xa'Vok are finished. Do it. Prove you are what we feared. But then, the resistance comms crackle to life. Rourke, don't become the monster they expect you to be. He hesitates. He looks at the battlefield, at the Xa'Vok soldiers still fighting, the human resistance still standing. They are all tired, wounded, lost. No more gods, no more rulers. We rebuild together. He deactivates the blade, and in that moment, humanity was truly reborn. The war was over, the future had begun, and the stars belonged to all. The Xa'Vok retreat, not defeated, but changed. The humans stand victorious, not as conquerors, but as survivors. Rourke removes his helmet, looking up at the shattered sky. So what now, boss? Now we start over. No gods, no rulers, just us. The war was over. The gods had fallen. But victory is never the end, only the beginning of something new. The crackle of ruined fires, the distant hum of a damaged warship, the whisper of wind through the ruins of New Avalon. Earth is silent. The battlefields are empty. Xa'Vok and human corpses lie side by side in the ashes of war. The stars no longer burn with fire, but with questions. Commander Elias Rourke stands on the ruins of the Xa'Vok war flagship, the Ascendant Wrath. Above him, the Xa'Vok mothership drifts, powerless. Below him, the last remnants of humanity watch, waiting for his decision. Cain. So, what now, Rourke? There is no clear answer. The war may be over, but what comes next? Earth was broken but not dead. Humanity was wounded but not lost. New Avalon is gone. Horizon Point is erased. Cities are rubble. Survivors emerge from bunkers, lost and afraid. And yet, they are alive. We rebuild. It's what we do. The first resistance leaders meet in the ruins, discussing what the future looks like. Do they rebuild the old governments? Do they form something new? How do they deal with the Xa'Vok survivors still on Earth? You really think we can live side by side with them after everything they've done? Tension lingers. The wounds are still fresh. The gods had fallen, but gods do not know how to kneel. Varkesh, the Xa'Vok overlord, is brought before the surviving human leadership. He is wounded but unbroken. He does not ask for mercy, nor does he demand submission. You have proven us wrong, human, and now we are without a purpose. The Xa'Vok were warriors. For eons, their entire existence was centered around war, and now they have lost. You wanted to stop us because you feared what we could become. Now you get to decide. Are you still our enemy, or do you help us fix this? The choice is theirs. For the first time in thousands of years, the Xa'Vok face something they never expected. Hope. The old world was gone, but something new was rising from its ashes. The survivors form a new government, one that includes both humans and Xa'Vok, willing to coexist. Not an empire, not a dictatorship, something different. A Terran Accord, where species survive together, rather than through conquest. The Xa'Vok warlords who refuse to change flee into deep space, exiling themselves. We're really trusting the ones who tried to wipe us out. If we don't, we're no better than them. Not everyone agrees with peace. Not everyone forgives. But humanity is done repeating the past. Humanity was not the first to rise. Humanity was not the first to fall. And out there, something was watching. Deep within the Xa'Vok mothership, a final encrypted message is discovered. Something Varkesh never spoke of. Rourke, this wasn't just about us. There's something else out there. The Xa'Vok weren't the only ones who feared humanity's return. Other empires exist, some stronger than the Xa'Vok, some watching, waiting, deciding if humanity should be allowed to rise again. You were not our greatest fear. You were merely the beginning. The war was over, but the real battle, that was yet to come. One war had ended, but another was waiting. Rourke steps into the shadows of the war-born vault, staring at the ancient war suit waiting for him. You really think you'll need that thing again? If what's coming is worse than the Xa'Vok, then yeah, I do. The slow hum of energy building, the deep bass thrum of ancient machinery waking up, the whisper of something unknown in the void of space. The gods had fallen, but in the dark, something else was waiting. And humanity. Humanity was ready. End of Book 1. Humanity fights, humanity survives. But this war is far from over. If you enjoyed this story, show your support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Your engagement helps bring more epic sci-fi adventures to life. And remember, no god, no empire can stand against the power of the human spirit. Stay tuned for the next chapter. Subscribe, now more stories are coming.